Welcome to St. Michael Albertville High School. Pat Barrett, John Tice, last game of the day here at the Community Clash. Glad you're with us. It's the #1 team in the state, the Providence Academy Lions, led by Madden Greenway, 23 points from 4,000 for her career, only a junior. They take on Callie Jonke, Abby Hazelton, and the St. Michael Albertville Knights, 11th in the state. We'll send it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups. So there's your starting lineups. The visitors, the Providence Academy Lions, 18-0 on the season. #1, Beckett Greenway, 8th grader. Emma Millerburn, #4, 10th grader. 21, McKenna Schaefer, senior, along with 24, Hope Counts, the last of the Counts sisters, a senior, and 30, Madden Greenway. For St. Michael Albertville, #1, Callie Jonke, their junior. #10, Haley Wombon, a senior. 9th grader, 23, Kaylee Bagolke. 24, Ella Erickson, a senior. And their Miss Minnesota first cut forward, Abby Hazelton, is a senior. Ken Hamry, Hall of Fame coach on the St. Michael bench. Connor Getz, one of the great young coaches in our game on the Providence bench today. The Lions dressed in white, trimmed in gold and navy blue. A home team, St. Michael Albertville Knights, in their royal blue unis trimmed in gold. Knights will head right to left the first half. Lions left to right. We're ready for the last game of the day. The tip goes to St. Michael. Hazelton with it quickly in the front court with the ball. The three on the way. Magalki comes off long, tipped around. Hope Counts, outstanding rebounder, takes it down off the tip. Tipped away for Millerburn, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lions. Providence 18-0. They've taken down 4A, good 3A, good 2A. They'll take them all on. Conference not particularly strong other than Minnehaha Academy, but non-conference they'll play anybody, and they've beaten everybody. Took down Maple Grove, first game of the year out at the Tip-Off Classic. Long three from Greenway. That one comes off. Rebound taken down by Bagalki. The freshman will bring it up the court, get it up to Ella Erickson. Hazelton on the top, down the middle, goes right. Millerburn, beautiful defense, blocks it out of bounds. Ball will stay with St. Michael. Last game, Jordan Odie from Maple Grove, her 2,000th point in the game. Madden Greenway, the junior for Providence, number 30, comes in needing 23 for 4,000. Shot up off the rebound. Janke will get 2 shots. Junior goes to the free throw line. Foul will go against Schaefer. First foul of the ball game. 2 shots coming for Janke, the outstanding guard. Forward, a junior for St. Michael, part of their state championship team along with Abby Hazelton from a couple of years ago. Their point guard headed off to South Carolina. All she did was help lead them to a national championship there, Tessa Johnson. That was after missing her entire junior year with a broken leg. Became Miss Minnesota in her final year, leading her team to victory over Hopkins in the state championship game. Interception by Janke. They're back, 3-pointer on the way, off glass, no good. Greenway tracks it down, splits a couple of nights, goes to the hoop, pull-up jumper's good. And Greenway ties it up at 2. Certainly think of her as a scorer, but she does so much else. A lot of people here tonight to watch her play. And again, possible milestone. Ella Erickson jumpers off. Hope Counts gets a rebound. Hands it off to Greenway, and she's fouled from behind. The foul will go against Ella Erickson. It'll be her first and the first on the Knights. A lot of good basketball here at St. Michael today, and a lot of good players. Kick it out to Millerburn. She's a good one. That one comes off. Should hit up top by the clock. Won't count. Didn't go in anyway. And ball out of bounds to St. Michael. A little bit of full court pressure being put on by the Lions. Just underway here in the last game of the night here at the Community Clash in St. Michael Alvarell. Home team taking on Providence Academy. Home team in their royal blue uniforms running their offense against the person-to-person defense. Hazelton with it against Counts, 2 of the top forwards in the state. Hazelton drive, kicks it out, 3 on the way from the corner. That one's off. Madden Greenway gets it. Look out, we're off to the races. Crosses over, puts it up, no good. Millerburn there, and she'll clean up and get the rebound for a 4-2 lead. I compared Lauren Hillesheim for Hopkins, does all the little stuff on both ends of the floor. That makes their team so successful. Beautiful steal by Greenway. She'll waltz in and get 2 easy. Nope, that one comes off. Good hustle by Janke to get back in the play, and then she throws it into the Providence bench. A good hustle going back. A lot of players just would have quit on it with her going down for the layup, but she hustled down as the ball spun off. The student body is here tonight. Beckett Greenway doesn't take the shot. Sister tries to pass it back to her, hits a foot, gets it back off the bounce, kicks it out. Hope Counts 3. That one's off, no good. Beckett Greenway tries to save it. Hope Counts comes in shooting 46% from the 3-point line. Missed that one. Janke with it, gives it up baseline to Erickson. Back to Janke out on the wing. Madden Greenway guarding her. Nice back cut to Hazelton. Puts it up, misses. Hustles back into the play. Gonna call foul on Hazelton. Looked like she got back in there pretty clean, but the referee disagrees. Ball will be out of bounds. Gonna call it on Hazelton, so she's got 1. Erickson's got 1 for St. Michael. 1 on Schaefer from Providence. Gonna have a timeout. With it, we'll take this quick break. Back after this.
We are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite, incense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. It's the faces you may know. It's the voices you may not have heard. It's major, minor, urban, rural, left, right, and center field. Because all the state's a stage, and everyone plays their part. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
Welcome back, St. Michael Loveville High School. The white-clad Providence Academy Lions with the ball. They'll inbound it, and Beckett Greenway will bring it across. 2-3 zone being put on by St. Michael. I go a little trap out of it to the corner to Schaefer. Rattles around, hits the board, rattles again, and tipped out of bounds by Hope Counts. It'll go back to St. Michael. Providence with the 4-2 lead here in the early going with 14:40 on the clock. Little 2-2-1 pressure of their own back. Hazelton splits it, gives it up front. Erickson with the finish at the rim, ties it at 4. Nice job by St. Michael on the press breaker. And right back the other way, Millerburn with the finish. She's got 4 of the 6. Providence grabs the lead back. Get it up to Janke. She goes to the rim, and she's fouled by Millerburn. Go to the line for 2 shots. Made her last 2 at the free throw line. So a fast-paced game back and forth, and that's what we'd expect out of these two teams. Not a lot of slowdown on either one. They like to get it out and run. They like to force the other team into quick shots. Janke knocks down her 3rd straight. This one would tie it back up. Knocks that one in. She's got all 4 from the free throw line, and we're tied at 6s. Front court, Madden Greenway with the ball. Back to person by St. Michael. They're mixing up their defenses. Millerburn spins, cut off, kicks it out. Schaefer's 3. This one's off again. Janke gets the long rebound over the top of Bogolki, her teammate. Brings it into the front court. Skips it across to Hazelton. Greenway jumps the screen. Janke takes the jumper. Her 3 comes off. Millerburn back on the attack quickly. Gives that up to Schaefer. She'll step through and finish. Can't make it from the 3. How about we get a layup? An 8-6 lead now for Providence. Long 3 from Erickson's going to go long. Counts, tracks it down. Madden Greenway in the front court. Couple of Knights waiting for her. Looks inside and fires it over the top of everything. Didn't have a great angle. If you're going to throw something down inside, you need some angle, and that thing had no angle. Substitution into the ball game. Looks like number 21 for St. Michael. That is J.C. Bryan, a 10th grader. Shot underneath, no good. Schaefer with the board. Madden Greenway in the front court. Crossover. Goes on Janke. Foul, and she'll get 2. Blocking foul on Janke, I believe. Nope, going to call it on 41 just into the ball game. So it wasn't Janke, and Greenway will get 2 free throws. Knocks down the first. 41 is Kaylin Foster, a 9th grader. So some young kids. Used to be a sophomore on a large school team. You'd be surprised now. Well, Greenway fires the 3 after missing the free throw. I don't think you want to get her excited about the game. A 12-6 lead for Providence. They double up on St. Michael. Will trap it in the corner. Janke step back, rattles out. Greenway back, gives it up, whole counts, drives to the middle, nice hands, nope. Gonna call a foul on Hazelton. Looked like a pretty good strip from this angle. .23, so it wasn't Hazelton. Bogolki will get the reach in. So they've spread their fouls out well. 4 with 1 foul now. And 2 free throws coming for Hope Counts. Hope Counts, the last of the 3 Count sisters. Her other 2 sisters, excellent players. And she has really stepped up her game offensively. Always outstanding defensively. Probably the most athletic of the 3 sisters. Their grandfather, longtime center for the Lakers, Mel Counts, back in the 60s. And they have all of his talents and more. I can always remember him. Identify him as a good shooter for a big man. Well, they're good shooters for Hazelton with the finish quickly. She's got her first 2 of the ball game. It's 14-8 Providence. Drive down the middle, kick to the corner. 3 for Millerburn. He buries it. She's got 7. They strike right back. 17-8 lead. To the corner, 3 on the way. This one's good. J.C. Bryan knocks down the three. Timeout for St. Michael Albertville. Take this quick break. Back after this.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Did you see her after she made that three?
Welcome back. John and I just talking a little bit about watching Madden Greenway. She loves the crowd getting into the ball game. We were calling her overrated after the one turnover went. And she stepped right down, buried the three, and kind of peeked over. Let them know she's aware they're in the building, and it's a big crowd in the building tonight. A lot of people staying from the other games, and obviously the hometown team here always has a good following. And they're out loud and proud tonight with 11:46 to go here in the first half. Full timeout by Kent Hamry, trying to figure out some defense to slow them down. 17-11 lead right now for Providence Academy. It isn't like he necessarily wants a slow game, but he wants to somehow slow down the offense. So Beckett Greenway, the younger sister of Maddyn, an 8th grader, bringing the ball across the timeline, played last year as a 7th grader on their state championship team. Kenna Schaefer drives, kicks it, Hope counts three from the corner. This one comes off. Said came in shooting 46% from the three-point line. Nice pass on the back door. Beautiful read by the 8th grader. Gives Counts the easy layup inside. They play the game extremely well. And I watched them early in the season against Maple Grove. They were down 9, everybody in foul trouble. And before you knew it, they came away with a 7-point victory. They got playmakers. That's what makes them fun to watch. St. Michael, one of the top 4A teams coming out of the Lake Conference. That one tipped, steal by Greenway. She goes down, but Millerburn comes away with the ball for the Lions. Beautiful pass inside to Schaefer for the finish. They're unselfish, and they just play the game well. And the #1 rated team with a 10-point lead. Hazelton kicks it out, saved. Tipped out of bounds by Greenway, gets it in the face, but good hustle on defense. Nearly had the steal. And some young players on the St. Michael team. They got some experience with Walpa and Hazelton and Janke back, but the rest pretty young as Janke's shot comes off quickly in the front court. They go. And Greenway, hesitation, move, puts it up off glass and finishes. So she comes into tonight needing 23 points for 4,000. She'll be the third person this basketball season to reach 4,000. Addie Mack, the senior from Minnehaha, got there first. Tori Oraline, outstanding junior from Crosby Ironton. They're still undefeated with a win over Minnehaha today. Addie Mack out with some sickness. I found out the last 2 games, and it's hurt them. They lost to Lakeville North the other night. They battled hard. It was a 4-point game late second half before Crosby pulled away for a 20-point victory. Jump shot on the way up and good. J.C. Bryan, the sophomore, now with 5, 21-13. Drive by Counts, misses at the rim. Going back the other way. They don't mind pushing some pace. Whistle. Over and back the call. Ball out of bounds on the side. And both these teams like fast pace. They like to press you into doing things you don't want to do. Part of the trap, the offenses are good enough. They're going to get plenty of plays against you. 9:50 to go in the first half. Pat Barrett and John Tice, we're so glad you're with us today at the Community Clash, our partnership with Breakdown Sports USA. Chatting with some of the people in the crowd over there. I think that student body, they're saying some stuff they shouldn't be saying. I think the referee's sending them out of the building. Nice, sending them away from near the court. Didn't like something they were saying. It's fun to be into it. I love it when the student body's into it, but there are things to say and things not to say. Greenway out top, gives it up to Schaefer, drives the middle, drops it off to Counts, going on the backside. She hooks it out to Beckett. Greenway 3 on the way, and she knocks it down. They all can score. And they all can pass the ball, too. They continue to find the open player. Try put up, whistle. Going to call a foul on somebody. If it's Millerburn, it's her second. It is the one thing that catches this Providence team sometimes. It is on Millerburn, and that's her second foul, as they like to try and steal balls and block shots. Which the converse from Hopkins, who typically isn't trying to take balls out of your hands or necessarily block lots of shots. This team likes to do that, as Foster knocks down her first. And the game against Maple Grove, they had 2 with 4 fouls in the first half, and they still were able to come back and win. So it's not they can't play with foul trouble, but they tend to get in plenty of it because they try and force the action. 2 free throws good by Foster. 11-point lead for Providence, flipped up and in. What a shot by Hope Counts. Holy cow, scooped and finished on the other side. Great finish for Hope Counts. Puts her team on top 28-15. Shot inside, no good. Millerburn takes down the rebound. Beckett Greenway across the timeline, gives it to her sister. Screen set high. She'll go down towards the corner, put up the 3. That one hits up top by the score clock, or the shot clock rather. And it'll go the other way with 8:51 to go in the first half. A 13-point lead for Providence Academy. Get my scoreboard updated for you here. There we are, correct. The blue-clad Knights into the front court. Kelly Janke with the ball. Again, this pace sometimes catches up with people. We'll see how it affects tonight, as that one's a 3 on the way from Janke. Got a timeout coming for St. Michael Albertville as they cut it down to a 10-point lead. We'll stay here. I think we got a 30-second. Yep, they're on their feet, so we'll stay with 8:32 to go in the first half. Kent Hammer uses his second timeout. See if he can draw up some defensive strategy. I say they got to figure out how to shut down this offensive Providence. They've had some beautiful passing plays, finding teammates open all over the place. They've got the 10-point lead. It's the number 1 rated team in the state. Doesn't matter the class. They've knocked off Hopkins. They've knocked off Maple Grove. That's 2-3. Don't think they played Wayzata. They have played a tough schedule in non-conference. I say they'll play anybody. And they are the prohibitive favorites, even though Crosby Ironton, New London still undefeated in 2A. Minnehaha's got an outstanding team, has played them tough twice. They are the definite favorite to four-peat. With Madden Greenway have 1 more year, but they'll miss losing Hope Counts, and Schaefer's been a good complimentary player too. Madden Greenway looking for the driving lane, cut off, kicks it to Hope Counts. She'll go baseline, pull up, beautiful step-through move and finishes. So her offensive game starting to catch up with her defensive game, and that's bad news for anybody she's playing against. Janke looks to drive on Greenway, tipped by Millerburn, throws it out top, settled down there by Foster. Give it to Hazelton. Try and run some offense, trailing by 12. Foster looking inside, gives it to Janke on the top. Shot clock down to 10. Hazelton on the wing. Being guarded over there by Shannon Healy in the ball game for Providence. They'll skip that one through. It'll go through the hands of Foster and a turnover. Gives it back over. 10 and 24. Walbon and Erickson back in the lineup for Kent Hamry. The white-clad Lions on inbound in front of Connor Getz in the Providence bench. Nice touch pass inside. Hope Counts will kick it back outside. They skip it to Madden Greenway. She'll drive, scoop it to Counts. She'll put it up. Doesn't go, but she's fouled. This should be 2 on Hazelton. Outstanding passing play. So Hazelton picks up her second, and they don't need any foul trouble from their top players. They're going to stay in this one. Hope Counts made her first 2. She'll go for 2 more right now. This one comes off long. There's the announcer's jinx. Hits hard off the back. She'll get 1 more with 7:30 to go in the first half. So glad you're joining us with your subscription. It's almost tourney time for some of our sports. Girls hockey starts this week. We've got all the state tournament action that isn't on 45. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter the fine art activity. We got it all for you. Had the debate state championships already. So girls hockey's our first state tournament in the sports side. Nice pass to Madden Greenway. Steps through and finishes. They're starting to get rolling. Look out. Janke puts up the 3. Knocks it down. Her second three, she's got double digits. Back within 11. 33, 21, 12 with my math. Got a foul on the backcourt. Who's this one going against? So Healy will get the foul. 4 now on the Lions. 6:58 to go here in the first half. At St. Michael Albertville High School. So glad you're joining us at the Community Clash Breakdown Sports USA Partnership. We've got all the games, boys and girls basketball. It's just a spectacular partnership for us. Best teams on all 4 classes continue to get together about 6 times a year. We're so glad we get to bring them all to you as Hazelton's jumpers off. Rebound comes to her. She kicks it out to Jenke for 3. This one comes off long. Beckett Greenway tracks it down. Trapped in the corner, gets it to count, skips it across to Healy. Quickly in the front court to Greenway. Off a screen. Didn't want the 3. Hits the teardrop and drops it. It's got them all. Doesn't matter what shot you need. Kentucky's getting a keeper in her. Next, got 1 more year, but is committed to Wildcats. Kicked over. See, they're in the top 15 in the country out of the Southeastern Conference. Got Tessa Johnson already playing in that conference for South Carolina, defending national champs. Hazelton's long 3 goes to Jenke, and she knocks down her 3rd. 35-24 Providence. 5:47 to go. First half action. Madden Greenway pull up, kicks it out. Healy got the wide open shot. Gets the shooter's bounce. It drops in for her first 2. Say they're very unselfish, trying to find the open person. Hazelton to Jenke. Gives it back to Hazelton. Didn't handle it cleanly. That one tipped out of bounds off Healy's hands. Goes back off of St. Michael, and the turnover gives it back over to Providence, rather. Now inbound in front of their bench. Hope Counts will get a quick breath, along with Healy. So Schaefer's in, Beckett Greenway's in, Madden Greenway's in. Pull-up jumper by Maddyn comes off the back, no good. Whistle foul, reaching for the ball. This one's going to go against Madden Greenway, so she'll get her first. Foster checks back in, so let's set the lineups. Jenke, Foster, Walbon. Let's see who's on the other side. Looks like Bagalki and Bryan. That's the St. Michael 5. Millerburn, Greenway, Schaefer, and then off the bench is Nikolai. Fast break chance, good fake there, and Schaefer with the finish. Nice job letting the trouble go by. Her layup gives them a 15-point lead. Person to person all game, except for a little full court pressure. That 3 is on the way, and good. Walbon knocks down her first basket of the ball game. 39-27, got to have some stops. Can't just exchange baskets. Step through, put up and in by Greenway. What a finish at the rim. 3 nights waiting for her, and still was able to twist and bend and toss it up off the glass and in. If the shoes weren't enough to notice her, all you got to do is watch her play. Shot by Jenke, another 3 comes off hard. Foster rebounds, kicks it out. Walbon 3 on the way. No. Nikolai with the board. Gives it over to Madden Greenway. She'll catch her breath and walk it up the floor across the 10-second line. 3:44 to go in the first half. Lob inside Nikolai. Foul on Walbon. Reaching, she'll get the hammer. Team fouls now on the Knights, and Nikolai will go to the line with a chance for her first points of the ball game. First one short off the front rim, no good. So we got girls hockey sectional action starting and end of this week coming up as Hazelton checks back in. Got all their state tournament action before they go to 45 for the semis and the finals. We've got all the quarterfinals and all the consolation third place action. Nikolai misses both free throws. Foster tracks down the rebound for the Knights. Then we start getting into it all. The wrestling tournament comes up, gymnastics, boys hockey, and then girls and boys basketball. As Hazelton reigns in the three. The senior's got 5. She's on the Miss Minnesota first cut list of the top 34 seniors. Cuts it. Schaefer throws in another hoop. She's got 8, and it's a 43-30 lead. If you're looking for a pitcher's duel tonight, you came to the wrong place. Jenke's 3, good. She's got 16, trying to keep her ball club in it. One of the top juniors in the state for sure. Cuts it back to a 10-point lead. So got to figure out how to get a couple of stops in a row as Millerburn drives, kicks to Nikolai. Short off the front rim, scramble. Gonna have a fall from behind on Nikolai. She tried to hustle after that ball, short off the front rim, got the push from behind. So 6 fouls apiece on both teams. And the game for the Knights, number 22, Kelly Murfield. He's a senior. So Knights back with the basketball, trying to cut it to a single-digit deficit. That one's going to be wide. A little bit out of her range maybe for Bryan. It was contested, so good defense by the Lions. Nothing free given there. Beckett Greenway into the front court with the basketball. Sister drives, double team, crosses over. Got a push from behind on Walbon. It'll be a bonus coming because it's a 7th on St. Michael's, 2nd on Walbon. So Walbon's got 2, Hasselton's got 2 on that side. Millerburn's got 2 for Providence. And Greenway goes to the free throw line to shoot the bonus. She's got 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 9 points, make it 8 points from 4,000 for her storied career, and still a year and about 15 games to go. Could end up being the leading scorer in the history of state if it isn't Tori Orline, both hunting for Rebecca Dolman's record, the superstar and generational player from Braham back in the day. One of the greatest high school girls games I've ever seen was the battle between her and Kelly Wagner from New Richland. Beautiful pass to Hope Counts down the lane from Madden Greenway. Says it's more than just scoring, it's everything else they do. And a 14-point lead now with 1:55 to go in the first half. Going to be a foul on Providence, and to the free throw line goes Abby Hazelton. Millerburn will pick up her 3rd, and I think they've all been reaching fouls. And Connor Getz is not hesitant to leave players on the floor with 3 in the first half and 4 early second half. He trusts his young players that they'll do what it takes. I haven't seen one fall out, so it seems to work for him. And those are in some big games. That's usually when I get to see him play. Hazelton knocks down the first free throw. She's got 1 more coming. The senior puts it up and knocks them both in. Cuts it back to a 12-point deficit. Front court, Madden Greenway with the ball. 1:45 to go in the first half. Screens for Sister, slips away. They weave out top with Schaefer. Back to Madden Greenway, pull up 3, bang. Might get it here in the first half. And they've got 50 right now with 1:30 to go. Knocked out of bounds. Tough place to inbound from the corner over there by the Knights. Better have a good inbounds play here because you're tossing in front of this is where you want to shade to the corner, make them throw something the other way. Janke comes over, good tall target. Pulls up for the jump shot, no good. Rebound by Beckett Greenway. Going to call a push on her, I think, and a bonus coming for 22, Kelly Muirfield. Got the fall on Beckett Greenway, nudging her in the back. Going to rebound on the backside. You got to make sure you try and seal both toes, both feet, all your toes pointing towards the baseline. Don't want to come in from behind where you might have to nudge somebody in the back. As Muirfield makes the first, she'll get the bonus. So starters on the floor for Providence Academy with 1:24 left here in the first half. Murfield knocks down both. She'll check out. Bryan will check back in. So Hazelton, Bryan, Janke, Walbon, and who else? Our fifth one? Magalke. As that jumper's off from Beckett Greenway, tracks down the rebound. Scoop pass underneath the Hope Counts, knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Hazelton. The ball will stay with Providence. 70 seconds left here in the first half. 13-point lead. Get my scoreboard updated. As Muirfield made both of her free throws. Milburn gives it back. Madden Greenway is going to split a couple, takes the bump. That one's coming off short. Nice tip play by Schaefer. Gives it back to Madden Greenway. She knocks down the three. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 22. She's 1 point away from 4,000 in her career. 45 seconds still left in the first half. Walbon's going to throw that one out of bounds. Turnover will give it back to Providence. The next basket will do it. Or free throw. And you're witnessing greatness. You don't appreciate watching it. It's too bad because it's been spectacular to watch. That one's going to get nothing but the bottom of the net. Unfortunately, you got to send it through the rim. So that one's off with 33 seconds left. We might have to wait to the second half. We'll see. St. Michael will bring the ball up slowly across the timeline. And shot clock is off, so they don't have to shoot till the end of the half. Janke, though, likes to get him up. She's looking for her move. Steps, spins, puts it up. It'll come off. Greenway with it. Could get the last shot of the half with 10 seconds to go. She'll drive, take the bump off the glass, and good. That'll do it. Madden Greenway, 4,001 points. Janke's three is off. That'll do it. That one rims off no good on Hazelton's rebound. 24 points in the first half for Madden Greenway. 4,001 points for the spectacular junior guard from Providence Academy as her teammates give her a hug. Connor Gatz comes out to give her a hug at the end of the half. So much fun to watch and still a season and a half to go. Madden Greenway, 4,001 points in her illustrious career. And you can see her teammates out there appreciating her. Going to take a quick picture. It's halftime. The score at half. The number one rated Providence Academy Lions 55. The St. Michael Albertville Knights 37. Back with more at half after this.
You're watching NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Up here, it's all about perspective. From the good life to the bad weather, the cities, the townships, the land, the water. It's the state we love to love. It's the state we hate to leave. Fly over? Do so at your own peril, because perspective matters. And if it's happening down there and over there or up there, read about it here and all across here. This isn't Minnesota nice. This is Minnesota news, and we are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric, one that can unite, incense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. It's the faces you may know. It's the voices you may not have heard. It's major, minor, it's urban, rural, it's left, right, and center field, because all the states a stage, and everyone plays their part. We are the Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Yeah.
So many of our cricketers.
Talking professional wrestling here, or it's real, of course, down at the XL Center or the Target Center. I know it looks fake on TV. Pat Barrett, John Tice, so glad you're with us tonight. You saw definitely some history in the making tonight. In our prior game, it was Jordan Odie tallying her 2,000th point, and right before halftime, you can see the 20-4 on the board for number 30, Madden Greenway, 4,001 career points with still a full season and a good half to a third left. Both her and Tori Orline could both possibly pass the illustrious career of Rebecca Dahlman from Braham. Addie Mack already earlier in the season racked up her 4,000 point for Minnehaha Academy. But it's been a spectacular day of basketball here. We got one half in the books, and Providence Academy up by 18 at half over the hometown Knights. We've got a special for Minnesota Hockey Day done by our own Justin Barrientos, and we'll play that for you now.
I am at Valley Fair in Shakopee, Minnesota in January, and no, I'm not lost. This is where Hockey Day Minnesota 2025 is being held. There will be lots of high school games to be played, as well as a collegiate game as the University of Minnesota women take on Bemidji State right here at Valley Fair.
If you're from Shakopee and you have to tell somebody, this is where I live, this is where my town is, you say, well, that's where Valley Fair is. So when looking for a spot to host this, after we'd already been awarded the bid, looking at a variety of options around town, when we sat down with Valley Fair, they're like, well, we're going to turn 50 years old. We've never been open in our 50-year history in the winter, but why don't we give it a try? So they came on pretty soon after our announcement, had been a phenomenal partner for us. It really brings a truly unique experience to Hockey Day. The fact that you can come to Hockey Day, see outdoor hockey, and then, head right on over there and go ride a ride at Valley Fair in January. I feel like that's the ultimate Minnesota stamp credibility. Like, I rode a ride in January at Valley Fair.
But the main attraction is the hockey.
So in total, we'll have 11 high school games. We'll have 24 youth games, an NCAA Division I game, and we're also hosting a Gopher and Collegiate Stars alumni game on Friday night.
And they'll have a top-tier surface to play on.
This is an NHL-style rink, so we've got benches on one side, penalty box on the other. We are using boards that have previously been at the XL Energy Center. When starting to work with our REIT vendor, Arena Warehouse, basically we made the choice that no matter what the weather conditions might be, we're going to chill the ice. So we've got chiller mats underneath here, whether it is super cold or super warm. We will have fantastic fast ice and real great boards to be used to play these games. This will be some of the finest ice you can find anywhere.
Thanks go out to Chlorinated Water Supply for the water and more to make a rink in a parking lot. The teams will be thankful to those who made this happen.
It's a lot for a high school program to say that they want to come and participate, right? They got to figure out, okay, how do we, because high school schedules and college schedules are set so far in advance. Like, these are decisions that had to have been made last spring. And so coordinating with the athletic directors and the various schools, all on being able to get them all to come here. Just think about all the operations that goes into hosting just even one high school varsity game. Well, we're hosting 11 of them, and we got to build the rink.
Those in charge have worked even longer to get this event to Shakopee.
We started pursuing this more than 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago. We're like, hey, wouldn't it be great if? And started looking into it, figuring out what we could do. We formed our local organizing committee and our LLC, our nonprofit, in August of 2021. We started asking the Wild, hey, would you mind picking Shakopee? After some evaluation period, found out about 2 years ago when it was announced at White Bear that we would be hosting in 2025. I'm just really looking forward to seeing the smiling faces of all the fans, the look on the players as they get out on this ice. Obviously, they're all going to be competitive and ready to play their very best, but like when the camera pans up and you see roller coasters and overflowing student sections, like that's the moment that I'm looking forward to.
At Valley Fair in Shakopee, Minnesota, Justin Barrientos, NSPN.TV.
Thank you, Justin. Welcome back to halftime here at St. Michael Auerville High School. You can see the scoreboard right there, a 55-37 lead for Providence Academy. And if you look down in the bottom right-hand corner, number 30 with 24 points. She needed 23 tonight to go over the 4,000 mark. And Madden Greenway hit a twisting bucket off the glass to give her 4,001 in her storied career. And it's got her team on top by 18 points at halftime. So we're going to take this break. We're back with the second half of our final basketball game after this.
You're watching NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Up here, it's all about perspective. From the good life to the bad weather, the cities, the townships, the land, the water. It's the state we love to love. It's the state we hate to leave. Fly over? Do so at your own peril, because perspective matters. And if it's happening down there, and over there, or up there, read about it here, and all across here. This isn't Minnesota nice. This is Minnesota news, and we are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite, incense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. It's the faces you may know. It's the voices you may not have heard. It's major, minor, it's urban, rural. It's left, right, and center field. Because all the state's a stage, and everyone plays their part. We are the Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to the second half of our final game of the community clash here at St. Michael Auerville High School. The white-clad Providence Academy Lions, number one team in the state, on top 55-37, led by 24, which gave her 4,001 in her storied career. Madden Greenway out of bounds. Turnover gives it over to St. Michael in the blue and gold. Knights trying to find a way back into this basketball game. Kind of were hanging around somewhere in the 10-13 range, but a spurt right at the end of the half gave Providence their 18-point lead. Janke gets it, steps down the lane. She's fouled with 2 shots coming for the junior. Led St. Michael in the first half with 16. She'll get 2 free throws. First one's up. Shooter's roll, drops in. Don't know how many she's got. She's got to be over 1,000, I would think, easily in her career. I think she's been playing since at least 9th grade, if not earlier. This is the second. Hope Counts tips it around and holds down the rebound for Providence. Front court, Madden Greenway from somewhere out in the parking lot. That one comes off. Hope Counts, beautiful rebound pass and a back cut basket for McKenna Schaefer. Outstanding basketball play. Erickson's going to get the foul, her second. And a 3-point opportunity coming for the senior for Providence Academy. Knocks it down. Their complimentary player now with 11 in the ballgame. And they get them from all over the place on their squad. Oslin kicks the ball out, gets it back, steps back to the three-point line. Hope counts on her, bounce to Janke, off-balance shot. Hustling to it, but stepping out of bounds is Walbon. Oh, not Walbon, sorry. Erickson, she steps on the line, gives it back to Providence Academy. (58-38), the lead for Providence. Miller burns three more. She's got a dozen. The Lions go up 61-38. Inside, Janke kicks it out. Three on the way from Erickson's good. Erickson now with 5. Back to a 20-point advantage. Inside, the drive by Greenway, no good. Janke steps away, gives it up. Walbon pull up 3, comes off hard, follows her shot. Janke got to it first, step through, good, and 1. Nice rebound and finish for the seniors. Hope Counts bumped her from behind, her first foul. 3-point opportunity coming for the junior. They continue to battle, which would be the typical play of the Knights. Completes the 3-point play, cuts it back to 17. You know you're going to be in a street fight with Kent Henry's group. And watch them coach. And Greenway tracks down that pass that went awry. Works off the top. Kicks it. Screens for Milliburn on top. Schaefer. Back to Greenway in the top. Fumbles with 12. Still got time. Gives it up. Schaefer's 3 on the way. Hits the rim, no good. Hope Counts tips it to her. They swing it around Madden Greenway's 3 is good. 4,004. Promise I won't continue to do that. That one's tipped out of bounds by Madden Greenway. Ball in the corner. St. Michael, tough place to get it in against this kind of defensive pressure. We'll see if they have to run something special. Hope Counts Gardner, that'll make it even tougher, but Janke Counts Greenway almost had the steal. Now she does get the steal. Great hustle back into the play. Splits the defender, spins, puts it up hard. Milliburn, beautiful follow. Front court, Hazelton, Counts. Oh, boy, that looked like a good defensive play. Counts will get her second quickly here to start the second half, and Hazelton will go to the line for 2. Watched them beat Maple Grove and Hopkins, and the difference, what I thought, was Counts inside. She defends the rim well, and she rebounds out of her sphere and goes and gets lots of balls as Hazelton. Can openers, the first no good. 21, J.C. Bryan checks in. 15-15 on the clock, 66-44. We got doubles all over the place on that board. This one rattles and drops. Hazelton with 8 in the ball game. Providence in the front court with the ball. Beckett Greenway pull up 3. Comes off. Hope Counts goes to the board. Hazelton, good rebound. Takes it away from her. Front court, Bryan. Gives it up. Janke lobs inside Hazelton. Kicks it out. Didn't think she'd get up over Counts. And the 3 is good. Haley Bogalki, the 9th grader, with her first 3 points of the ball game. They cut it down to 18. Milliburn drives, puts it up, and finishes. The sophomore. They get the steal off the inbounds, tipped around. Schaefer tracks down, hits Milliburn. Beautiful cut to the basket and the finish. Outstanding basketball by the Lions. They find the open person again for the easy score. And they make it look easy when they finish. Had some beautiful finishes around the rim today. Hope Counts with a marvelous scoop on the backside. That one's off. Beckett Greenway with the rebound. The 8th grader hustles across the timeline. Hesitates, goes to the lane. Pull-up jumpers, tipped. Short. Tracked down by Walbon. Back on the run. Front court, corner. Bryan drives, and Hope Count sends that one away, and they're going to call a foul on Beckett Greenway in the reach. Didn't need to. Hope Counts was there to send that one down the hallway. Second on Beckett Greenway, second on the Lions here in the second half, and 2 shots coming for J.C. Bryan. Makes the first. .45, Trinity Bickler, senior in the lineup for Kent Hamry. Second one's good. Timeout for St. Michael. So 70-50 our score. I'm going to step away. We'll be back after this.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Welcome back, St. Michael Loverville High School. Pat Barrett with John Tice. Glad you're with us. Taking a look at our first cut list of the top seniors in the state. Think about who's been here today. Hope Counts is on the list. Continue to move down the list. Hopkins, Lauren Hillesheim, Abby Hosleton, St. Michael Albertville, Maple Grove, Jordan Odie on the list. De La Salle, Anisha Scott. And not playing, but with Hopkins, Tatum Woodson. So just some of the list of the first cut, top 34, I believe, on the list. It will be pared down right after the state tournament. The list will be out of the finalists on the Sunday afternoon, right after the state, and then we award Miss Minnesota basketball on the Friday night banquet at the All-Star Series. I believe it's April 4th this year down in Northfield. And some outstanding candidates again this year. Think about next year with Tori Orline and Madden Greenway. Try picking a winner out of that one. As Greenway shots off, tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Providence. 13:37 left on the clock and a long day of basketball here at the Community Clash, our partnership with Breakdown Sports USA. So glad they're allowing us to broadcast all these games. A step back three for Hope Counts comes off. Hasn't shot it very well from the outside, but continues to dominate inside as Janke comes away with the ball. Front court with it, drives. Hope Counts says not today on that shot. Rejects that one, tracks it down. Beckett Greenway corner, Millerburn comes out. Hope Counts again. Talk about going out of your spear. It wasn't anywhere near her, and she was able to go down and get the ball. St. Michael will get it, but she traveled at least 10 feet probably to go get that basketball, and you just don't see many players, boys or girls, that are that good at trekking balls that aren't falling right to them. It's one thing to position yourself and have it come right to you, but to go get it that far is a skill that isn't taught. You learn that one. Study some of the stuff on Dennis Rodman, probably the greatest rebounder inch for inch in the history of basketball, and the things he did rebounding for Michael Jordan, so he knew if he missed where his misses would come off from the different spots on the floor. As Millerburn blocks it, drives up the middle, goes past a couple of Knights, barrels into one and finishes. Said for me, I compare her to Lauren Hillesheim. They do the same thing for their clubs on both ends of the floor, and a big part of why they're so successful is her play on both ends as Greenway steals and finishes. First two of the second half for her, 74-50. Magalki out top, Millerburn on her. Janke been guarded all game long by Madden Greenway. She's taken on the other team's best player. And Janke's gotten her points, but so is Greenway. And again, when you look up and say, okay, you got your points, we're still up 24. We know we've done a good job. Nice steal there. Schaefer gets it ahead. Greenway at the rim will finish. And you don't want to get into a running game with them. If you're going to have a chance, I think you've got to somehow keep the game somewhere in the 60 to 70 range if you're going to have a chance. As that one's deflected. Great defense by Hope Counts. Tips it off the Knights and out of bounds, and turnover gives it back to Providence. And Hamry continues to march up and down his bench trying to find an answer today, but tough to find one against clearly, to me, the best team in the state. Not that they couldn't lose a game, but they're the best. That one rolls around off. Put up by Schaefer. Nice block by Jenke. She's back on the go. Down the lane. A step through runner is good. Nice finish by her. She's got 22 in the ball game, and many of them are in that way. And she gets it and goes. Good tall-looking guard forward. Gonna help somebody at the college level, I would think, if she wants to play. Going to be a foul on that one as Walbaugh reaches in. 2 shots coming for Hope Counts, and this is the Hope Counts they want to see, where she's being more aggressive offensively. Used to defer to her sisters, who were both outstanding players in their own right, but 11:07 to go in the ball game, 2 for Hope Counts. Nothing but net on the first. 33, Maya Slozarchik into the ball game. Second one's also good for Counts. You got a chance of hitting 100 at this pace with 11:02 to go in the ball game. It's 78-52. Counts takes away the back cut by Hazelton. Walbaugh drives behind the back, up in the lane, and good. Nice move for Haley. Got 5 in the ball game now. Look at Greenway, skips it across. Baseline Schaefer. Throws away out top. Millerburn gives it corner to Counts. Hasn't shot it very well from out there, coming in, shooting 46% from the three-point line. There aren't too many of those in the state right now. That one thrown out of bounds by Millerburn. Got caught at a bad place and had nowhere to go with the ball. Turnover gives it back to the Knights. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad you've been with us on a Saturday here at the start of February already. You can tell. Get out 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's still sort of light out. Tells the spring's right around the corner, although they're predicting some snow this week. Jenke in the post, working against Counts. Nowhere to go against that. Find somebody else. Outstanding defense. That's got to be an offensive foul. Nope, got to call a block on Greenway. Might have been inside the arc. That'll be her second foul. 2 shots coming for Sluzarchik, her first action in the game with 10:06 to go. First one's hard off the back, no good. You think, oh gosh, you know, they're beating this team. They're taking on the best non-conference teams, you know, Lake Conference. They'd probably win it this year, and the difference is you got to go through that gauntlet night after night after night with the top 5 teams, and next year Maple Grove joining them. Jenke fouled on the 3. She'll get 3 free throws coming. Said they like to try and block shots and steal balls, and that one's going to go against 21 Schaefer. She'll pick up her second, and 3 shots coming for the junior. Nothing but net on the first. I think if we start talking Miss Minnesota basketball, she's got to be somewhere in the discussion in the top 10 probably next year at least. Knocks down the second. Part of their state championship team as a freshman 2 years ago with Tessa Johnson. So Kayla Kraft playing for Seton Hall the other day, only lost by 60 to UConn. She's getting some playing time for Seton Hall. You look, wait till the tourney time and you see how many Minnesota kids are playing key roles. And tournament teams usually 20 to 30 every year, and it's so nice to have someone on Minnesota this year fall on St. Michael. They have a ball out of bounds for Providence on the reach. Walbaugh picks up her 4th. Ball out top, Millerburn with it. She'll drive to the middle. Hope Counts puts it up, deflected, out of bounds, stays with Providence with 17 on the shot clock. And Greenway will inbound. They run the low flat line, give it to Counts. Beautiful screen and roll. Pass right on the money on time, and 2 more for Hope Counts. Madden Greenway with the assists. I'll see if I can find her statistics. It's pretty amazing. It said it's so much more than just points. Connor Getz is always good enough to send me all the interesting stuff as the turnover goes ahead. Man, Beckett Greenway, beautiful finish, going that fast to put the brakes on and put that one up soft with her left. Just great basketball. That one goes out of bounds, deflected, it'll stay with St. Michael. So Madden Greenway came in tonight 23 points away from 4,000. She had 24 in the first half, so she reached that. Hope Counts 75 points away from 1,000. She should get those soon. 138 rebounds from 1,000 in her career. But you don't see many players with 1,000 in their career for rebounds. Emma Millerburn, chance to break the 1,000-point barrier this year as they steal the ball. And Greenway gives it up to Schaefer. Beautiful pass, 2 shots coming for her. So 182 certainly within the realm, with about 14 or 15 possible basketball games still left in their season. You know, that's barely over 10 a game. And interestingly, Madden, Hope, and Abby Hasselton from St. Michael played on the same AAU team this past summer, as well as Emma Millerburn, Kayla Jenke, Raya Sexton all played in the same 16U team, so they're familiar with each other. Millerburn comes into the game averaging 4.25 assists for every turnover, which is a great ratio. I think Tyus Jones right now in the NBA is historically is the best ever. He's got almost 8 assists for every turnover. Well, the Suns aren't having a tremendous season. I really think he's a great pickup for them. Jenke back, drives. Going to count the basket and one, I think. Nope. And the charge on Jenke, her first fall of the ball game. 4th on the Knights, wave off the basket with 8:49 to go. 82-57, and the 3 up there for St. Michael. Double team on Millerburn, gives it out to Greenway, steps past the double team, around another one, kicks it corner to Sister, and knocks down the 3. 8 now for Beckett. 85. Will they get to 100? That's the question. Is as fast as St. Michael likes to play, there's a darn good chance. They weave out top. The drive by Hasselton left-handed, and Count sends that one away. I'm telling you, she's the best defensive post in the state, and there's no question. Just watch her play. She defends the lane area like nobody else. Hasselton out top, and again, we just don't see as many posts as we probably used to. And that one's off by Bryant, tipped out of bounds by Greenway. Didn't have any rebounding position, so sent it away. Took away the easy layup chance for Bogalki. You know, we have these conversations all the time about we lose so many big kids now to volleyball. You know, JO Volleyball wants their kids to play year-round, and many of them do, and some still try and play basketball. But when you start talking about traveling earlier and earlier, you know, big kids don't get to touch the ball as much in the developmental. With 2nd and 3rd graders now playing some traveling basketball. Hardly a 2nd or 3rd grade girl who can get the ball up to the basket with a shot, let alone pass the ball and have somebody be able to catch it in a full court game. Millerburns 3 on the way is too hard. Tipped out, nice play then. The rebound by Schaefer. Madden Greenway buries it. Got a full timeout coming for Providence Academy, and with this full timeout, we're going to step away. We'll be back after this.
We are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite and sense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. It's the faces you may know. It's the voices you may not have heard. It's major, minor, urban, rural, left, right, and center field. Because all the state's a stage, and everyone plays their part. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Welcome back to St. Michael Albertville High School. Pat Barrett, John Tice, glad you're joining us. Winding down with 7:35 to go in the contest. All Providence Academy. They led it by 18.5, and they've continued to build on that. Pass into the post, tipped away by Hope Counts. Hazelton tries to save it right in the hands of Madden Greenway. She steps by Jenke. Behind the back pass to Millerburn, hands it off to Schaefer. They'll kick it out for the 3 for Beckett Greenway. Didn't go, but that's what they're so good at. They don't care who scores it. They want to make sure they find the right player. They steal it coming back, and Madden Greenway all ahead of everybody else. Lays it up, left-handed up and in. Got 12 in the second half to go with her 24 in the first half. She crossed the 4,000 barrier. Their last basket in the first half, Jenke throws in the 3. She had a nice scoring game, but not enough. 90-60 the score right now. Back pass to Beckett Greenway, toss it out. Tracked down by Millerburn, steps in for the jump shot. That one bounds off no good. Hazelton gets the rebound. She'll bring it up slowly, give everyone a chance to catch their breath. Lob inside, Jenke over Greenway, no good. Schaefer hands it off to Maddyn. Front court action behind her back. They leave her. Hesitates, Millerburn with it. She's going to drive. Pass, she's pushed on the play. I think it's going to go against, nope, they're going to call it traveling, I believe. So turnover gives it over. Some fresh bodies coming on as Hazelton and Jenke will step off the floor, as well as McKenna Schaefer. Probably a chance to get some other kids some playing time. Connor Getz goes to his bench again, so we'll see some kids we might not otherwise see. I'll see if I can check my rosters again and get some names for you. Now top 22 with it, I believe that's Murfield. Kicks it out top, 14. I'm going to have to check that one on my roster. Foster had her really. That's a throwaway. Ball goes back over to Providence as Emma Millerburn will step off the floor. With 5:50 to go. Chance to get some other kids some playing times. And this is against the number 11 team in the state as Madden Greenway drives in and scores. Well, why do you play them in these games? And you probably want to get them off the court soon, but they have enough blowouts. This is the 11th rated team in the state as Beckett Greenway goes down and finishes. It's a fine line. I've been on both ends. Looking for the drive. Got a whistle and a reaching foul on Madden Greenway. She'll pick up her third. It should be the 7th now on the Lions. Hope Counts will check out. Nikolai will check in for her. Good night for Hope Counts. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 in the game, but again, she's so much more than 15. I'll bet she had 15 rebounds to go with it. I know she had 4 or 5 blocks. Free throw short off the front rim. Nikolai with the rebound. And Greenway in the front court spins, puts it up, and rolls off. Kicked out. Into the front court with it is Foster. Jump shot on the way. Swings a 3 is good. Nice Lazarchuk knocks down the 3. Drive to the middle by Siri. They lob it back inside to her. Comes, step through, blocked. Nikolai picks up the change and puts it in. First 2 for Nikolai. Get my scoreboard updated. 96-63. 4:20 to go. Skip it across the top. 3 on the way. This one will bank off no good. Hustle for the rebound. Tapped around. Still rattled around. Greenway goes down. Hopefully not hurt. Getting up slowly. They go down. The basket up and no good. Rebound. This one's up. 45 puts it up. That's Bickler. No good. Whistle and Greenway will check out of the ball game. With her 38 points, probably a good idea. Get her out in a game that has so much ragtag around up and down. Beckett Greenway with the ball with 3:48 left, puts it up, rattles out. Rebound by Emma Millerburn, hands it off inside. Series shots blocked, gets it back. Bounce pass to Nikolai, stolen away. Back on the run comes 33, Slazarczyk. He's swinging around. Murfield trying to get it back to her. Beckett Greenway with the steal. Tipped out of bounds, it'll go to Providence. 3:26 left in the contest. Providence will go to 19-0 on the season. St. Michael will drop to 13-6. We're so glad you joined us with our basketball coverage today as that one's thrown away. Good steal by Murfield. Heading back the other way, Slazarczyk gives it up. Gets it back off the top. Our side, Slazarczyk off the screen from Muirfield. Gives it up in the corner. Shot clock down to 12. He's swinging around the top. Three on the way is good. Reigning three by Brooklyn Bogolki. Way up and in. Nikolai with another basket. There's threes on the way. This one will come off. Back on the run. Beckett Greenway at the top. Gives it up to Millerburn off the screen. She'll cross over, go down the lane, split a couple, put it up and in, and fouled for the century mark. Foul goes against number 20. Brooklyn Bogolki gets her first. Free throw is good for Millerburn. She'll check out of the lineup. .21 tonight, so she needs 183. He took care of a chunk of that tonight to reach 1,000. That one's deflected. Nikolai threw it ahead. Stolen back. Muirfield kicks it inside. Foster spins around, puts it up and in. Two for the Knights. 101-68 the score. Beckett Greenway with it at the top. Gives it up to Healy. They toss it inside. 44 is Caroline Dierberger. That one no good inside. St. Michael will get the rebound. Outlet pass from Bickler. They get it ahead. Muirfield, she's going to walk. Had a teammate. Good hustle back by the Lions. Stepped in the passing lane. With 81 seconds to go, running time here at St. Michael. Providence Academy, a dominant win tonight. They've played Minnehaha twice, so not much left on their schedule till the state tournament. I haven't checked their non-conference schedule, but they've taken on pretty much any good team in the state they can find. Bump their ball out of bounds, see if I can find their schedule quick for you. See who they've got left on their docket that might make it interesting for them. St. Michael with the ball in the front court. Whistle, got a tie-up, alternating possession. Give the ball over to Providence. Let's take a look at their schedule, see if we can see who's left on their scheduled non-conference. I know they played St. Minnehaha twice already. But they'll go to 19-0 with their dominating victory tonight. Still have Two Rivers and Hill Murray from this east side of town. Rock Ridge, good 3A club. Alexandria, good 3A club. They host both of them, so got some good games still left on the schedule, but they go to 19-0. St. Michael falls to 13-6 on the season. A 101-68 final score. For John Tice, I'm Pat Barrett. So glad you joined us. Girls hockey section's underway starting the end of this week. all sorts of good basketball still coming your way with a month still to go before we hit playoff time. So for John, I'm Pat. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.